have somebody that's going to join us from the border. He's a good friend of the president. He's been in the Oval Office many times, and I had the privilege of being with him on the border. And this incredible man is here today, and I'm going to have him say hello.
Hello, how are you? I'm Art Del Cueto. I am the Vice President of the National Border Patrol Council. I am a spokesman for the National Border Patrol Council, and I'm also the host of The Green Line, my shameless plug where you can find my podcast on iHeartRadio.
Well, you know, I had the privilege of meeting you in Yuma, Arizona, but you're actually based in Arizona, but you're based out of...
Well, I'm based out of Tucson, which is the largest sector. Well, don't sell yourself short. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
You met me in Arizona and Yuma. You worked with us out there in Yuma, and then we went over to Texas, and you worked out there in El Paso, and you saw the real deal of how bad it is.
Absolutely, 100%.
So, I mean, thank you so much.
No.
It was a true blessing to have you go down there.
You know, I have to say that I've had really, it's been a blessing to be on this journey. I've met amazing people all over the country, all over the world, and you impressed me so much because you have so much passion that you bring to the table.
Thank you.
And you educate. Not only do you keep our borders safe and you protect the American people, but you educate the American people about what's really happening.
I just need people to really start listening and understanding it. And I know we hear so many different versions. And I mean, I said it, and I sound bad saying it, and I appreciate it, but people need to understand what's going on. There is a crisis, and the numbers have gone down, but they've gone down from what? From record-setting numbers.
Right.
So it's not really like they're going down. And then you add the amount of drugs that are coming into the country, which is astronomical. That's another issue that's huge. And you have a lot of people, unfortunately, that have jumped on certain soapboxes and say, "Oh, the immigration thing's a big deal. Oh, I'm gonna make my own platform, and I'm gonna get on Twitter and this." And you know, I grew up on the border. I lived my entire life on the border. I've lived on the border. I've seen the actual issues that we're having, and people need to start being aware of it. In Middle America, housewives need to start paying attention.
Yes.
The opioid epidemic in the country is crazy, and it's black tar heroin that's coming through our southern borders. I've seen it time and time again. We have a serious problem still on our borders.
We do, and you know, first of all, I never felt safer before than when I was with you.
We had a lot of guns with us.
I mean, this man is fierce. Can I just tell you? Okay, look out, bad guys, because when this man is around, you don't have a chance.
I appreciate
you just don't have a chance.
I appreciate that.
But most Americans that haven't been to the border or they don't have any concept, you know, there's the fake news media.
Yes.
There's, but when it comes to the opioid epidemic in our country, it doesn't matter whether you're a Republican, a Democrat, independent, undecided. It doesn't matter what you believe in, whether you believe in God, you don't believe in God, the color of your skin. It's
hitting everyone.
It affects everybody. And some people might think, oh, well, you know, it doesn't affect me personally. The numbers are out of control in our country.
I think we have an equal amount of people on the right side of the aisle and the left side of the aisle that lock their doors at night.
Yes.
And the reason they do it is because they want to feel secure in their home. They don't do it because they hate their neighbor. They do it because they love the people in their home.
That's right.
And I don't think there should be a difference, and we should not allow it to be different on our borders. We need to protect our country. It's a very simple concept.
It is. And what do you think needs to be done to stop the gridlock in Congress so that we can accomplish what needs to be done once and for all?
Obviously, the gridlock has to stop. What's amazing to me is you have a president of the United States that cares about America. What a novel idea, right? Let's start caring about the country you're the president of. That's crazy, right? And he has done more to protect our citizens, to protect our country by wanting to enforce immigration laws. And I'll say immigration laws because no one is against immigration. We're against illegal immigration, and people seem to leave the illegal part out, right? We're not against immigration. We're against illegal immigration. We have a president that's done more to secure our borders than even our own leadership that I've had to work under. That's what's crazy.
It is. I mean, it absolutely is crazy. And yet, so many of the laws that are complained about now came in through the Obama administration.
Yes.
And those that are the most adamant on the other side of the aisle are some of the ones that were advocating for it to begin with.
Kids are not being put in cages, first and foremost.
That's right.
The detention areas are better than they were under the Obama administration. But where were all these people during that time? Where were they? They weren't complaining. They weren't saying anything. They were turning a blind eye. The pictures that the media actually continues to put out there of these individuals in this case, that was under the Obama administration.
Right.
it'd be nice that the individuals we're catching now would get sent back to their country, because not only is it causing a problem in our detention facilities, but what it's doing is it's causing a gridlock in individuals that actually have a true asylum claim.
That's right.
And that's where the problem is. There's individuals that need asylum. There's no doubt about
Right.
it. There's individuals that need to come to this country because they are being persecuted. And I think we should be able to have those people come here. But they need to prove their case. And what's happening is with the huge amount of numbers that are coming in right now, false claims. I'll just say it.
Right.
They're false claims.
Well, 90% of the claims that actually are adjudicated, right? 90% of them are proven to be false in U.S. immigration court.
Right. 90% of the ones that are being proven, but you also got to remember that 98% aren't even showing up to court.
Right.
And that's just a whole other issue.
Right. So if you add in those, it's not like 90%, it's like 97%.
Correct. And so, there's obviously a huge problem. We see it all the time when we apprehend groups down on the southern border. They turn themselves in. They'll tell you, the reason I'm coming to America is I can't get a job in my country. And then once you put them in the holding cell, when they pull them out and the asylum officer gets to speak with them, their story changes because now they've been, taught, hey, don't say it's for work because that's not a real asylum claim. So now they say something different in order to be released. And you just never see them again. And it's just insane.
One of the things that I learned that I didn't know was that, testing to determine whether or not there's actual blood relationship, it's voluntary.
Yes,
I
it
didn't
is.
realize that. So in other words, let's say you want to get around the system or whatever, so you borrow somebody's children, right? Or you rent them, right? Aren't they rented?
$250 to $300 per child right now to bring across the border. And they're renting these children constantly.
Yeah. And so, in any event, so they rent the children, unless they voluntarily give their blood or hair
You'll never
sample
know.
or whatever.
You'll never
know.
I agree. I mean, it's crazy.
So that's just voluntary.
Yes, it's crazy right now. But people need to wake up and realize there is definitely an epidemic with immigration and with drugs coming into this country today. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you
for
so
being with
much.
us.
Thank you. And God
Thank
bless
you.
you and
We
everything you do to keep our
appreciate
border
it.
safe.